So we have a little problem here. Joe Rockstar seemed to went into his trailer and came out a baby. So now he has to start in the mini class again.
We gotta carry him to
we gotta carry him to the mini bikes. And he probably rides just as fine. He doesn't ride any better like that than he does when he was Joe Rockstar.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Joe Rockstar channel. Can you believe it's been over 6 months since I last raced? The Rough Rider 100 back in February was the last time that I raced, and it feels like a lifetime ago. Since then, there was my club race, the Copper Classic, which I worked. Then I missed round 9 at Camp Wood due to a family emergency, and then round 10 in Page due to a family celebration. In the meantime, I blew up the Husky and sold the 2-stroke, and found myself not getting much riding in. That is until a month ago, when I got the Husky back from the shop and headed out to Flagstaff with some other racers for an opportunity to get a feel for the type of terrain we could expect in this race.
I think a suspension might make a difference.
I think so. It's your call, Joe Rockstar. Just saying.
I think it's time to get a suspension down on this. I'm going to do it. 100% happening.
This is a real awesome experience to get a chance to come out to a place like this. Most of the places I race, you guys have seen it. Most of the places I ride and practice, you guys have seen it. So this is really special, really special.
It was a great time until I got lost.
Okay, well, here's a little adventure. I was the last one out from the last brake stop area, and I forgot my goggles. I dropped them somewhere, and I went back to get them, and now I have no idea which way everybody went. So, I'm not sure what I'm doing.
Now I know it seems strange to get lost out here, but it is the forest, and I was focused on chasing my buddy. I honestly had no idea how to get back, and I was just going around in circles trying to find my way back to camp when things started to go from bad to worse. I was low on fuel, and with no food, no water or cell phone. Well, the buzzards began circling overhead, and I was desperate.
Oh no, I am lost.
With death once again knocking on my door, I gathered my courage and I decided to ride to a gas station and get directions.
We're going to go down a few blocks and take a left on Podium, and that's across the airport. You'll see signs and stuff. Take a left.
So thanks to Ryan Brogmus and the help of the dude that works at the Mama John's pizza place, I'm not gonna die out in the friggin' woods.
Not today, Death. Not today. So a little pavement ride, problem solved. And while my sense of direction left a lot to be desired at the end of this trip, I was feeling pretty confident in my riding abilities. A suspension upgrade, and a few weeks later, I was so eager to get back to racing.
Good morning. We are here at the Honey Badger Enduro out in Flagstaff. They call it the Honey Badger Sprint Enduro, but this is really just going to be a restart Enduro. It's a really small distinction. Maybe I'll explain that later. But anyways, let's take a look at the campsite. So over here are my next door neighbors. Say hi, Benny. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Little campsite here. It's kind of messy. What about butt plugs? Is that what you said?
That always helps when you don't have wire nuts.
I swear to God, like you either...
He said butt something.
Both of them sound bad. Wire nuts or butt plugs. Electricians are sick.
Come race day, I was feeling really good about my chances. But after missing too many races, I'm pretty much out of the points battle. But I can play spoiler for the next 3 races before I move to the B class. And here in round 11, I would have a pretty good day.
Oh no. I'm lost in the forest again. I can't find tech inspection. Only because the sign's just not big enough. Yeah, that's not clear. How was I supposed to see that?
You're late.
So I was late for my row. I'm not really late by the clock, but they started everybody a little early. So I gotta get up there. What's up, Bill? $45? This is transfer section, by the way. This is an actual race course, which is the fun part. So, I mean, you can fight in here and wrestle the bike around, get worn out before the race even starts, which is not my plan. I'm just gonna take it easy. Get there when I get there. Use this as an opportunity to warm up, get over the jitters, feel the bike out, feel how the suspension is responding to everything. So far, I'm actually glad we're doing this because I'm a little slow right now. It's nice to have this opportunity to warm up. So, we just did a little stretch of single track there, and when we came up, we're back on this road, and across the road was an orange arrow pointing the opposite direction than we were supposed to go, and who knows how, I don't know, maybe a mile or so we went down the wrong way, down some trail, and ended up in people's campground. Not good right there, so I'm hoping I'm going the right way, but I have no idea if it's following the guy in front of me. So, we'll see if we ever get this race started. I just made a big ass circle, man.
This was probably the most unusual start to a race yet, especially after being pointed down the wrong course.
Wow. This is kind of a cluster.
Which was followed by a 40-minute ride to the first test over a pretty rough transfer section. We lost a few riders in this transfer alone.
Hasn't even started and there's all kinds of carnage. This little trail right here, it's got people falling all over themselves. Getting a little tired here. We'll say not tired, what should I say? Working up to my second win. Oh my god, this poor kid. Oh god, it's been like an hour and a half to transfer. Are we ever going to get to where the race actually is being run? Who knows? But we're still in transfer. I'm not even trying to race, but god, I just want it to be over with already. There's a stump in the trail. What the hell is everybody? Am I going that fast? So we finished the transfer, we're here at the start, took a little break, and now I am ready to get going.
Finally, we arrived at test 1, and I was warmed up and ready to let it rip. Unfortunately, a few guys were still in the transfer mode. It seemed like they were out for a Sunday cruise.
Come on, man! Let's go, let's go! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Come on, let's go, let's go! Thank you! Oh, come on, come on! Go around!
You know, I know it's not very cool of me to yell at people here, but there's a couple things wrong here, and frankly it kind of makes me angry. First and foremost is the tendency for people to wait till someone is behind them before they want to start racing. Look, it's an enduro. You're racing the clock, and I started at least a minute behind you. If I'm catching you, you're already way behind. Have some courtesy and give way before the trail leads us to a choke point where you can't give way. And then next, I really question the game plan for some people. Look, if you struggled in the transfer, and the race format allows for it, you should take advantage of the breaks between test sections. Heck, I stop at each test and drink water, catch my breath, and prepare for the next one. There's usually plenty of time, Check the clock. You may not need to start the test as soon as you arrive. So if you know you're struggling a little, don't just jump right into the test, especially if you're there early. Test 1 complete in 17 minutes and 8 seconds. At the time I wasn't aware of it, but that was the third fastest time in my class. In fact, I was feeling like I was still too slow, sitting too much, and I was sure that the spots where I got hung up behind other riders cost me too much time. On the next test there was a pretty long gap of around 2 minutes since the last rider went, and so I rushed to get into the test before anyone else. I was positive that this was going to assure me a clear track for a good distance. Test 2 ended with me feeling much the same as I had in Test 1. Sure, there were sections of it where I felt good and fast, but this time I felt like I just sat and daydreamed way too much. And all that lollygagging was going to cost me even more. I figured I was running about mid-pack. I actually had the second fastest time in the 40C class on that test. I was completely oblivious to the fact that I was headed for my second podium this season, with only one test left to go.
I don't know if I need any though. One says Joe Rockstar.
Of course.
I should have known.
Yeah. So we are at the refuel point and it's time to get some goodies. I brought some stuff. There's only one test left, but I think it's supposed to be kind of long and it's going to be nasty rocky. So, gonna eat something, drink a little water, and we'll get going again. It's all dirty. Dirty McCurdy. All right, break time's over.
At this point, for some reason, I have no rear brake. Looking back, I may have boiled the brake fluid by subconsciously dragging them too much. One of the things I've been working on when practicing is limiting or avoiding using the rear brakes so much. So this is really disappointing. They would come back for me, but not until the very last stretch of the test. Meanwhile, dust and whoops were really taking it out of me.
brutal.
"22 minutes 47 seconds was a little off my faster pace in the first two tests, but it was enough to cement a second place finish. I would walk away from round 11 with my second podium of the year, 12th overall with around 75 entries in the C class. I feel at this point there's no two ways about it. I've accomplished the goal that I set out on when I first started this AMRA thing, and I'm a competitive racer. In the C class."
What a long day. Race is completed. Sun is going down. It's time to start cooking some dinner, getting things cleaned up. Tomorrow I will be going out on the course, chasing around all the really, really good riders to get some third-person perspective for the video. But for now, I'm just savoring the moment. Well, there's this thing called peer pressure, and I'm getting peer pressured to take a gas out for a ride. Need a new battery. So change this battery, and then we'll go for a ride on the gasser. Jim, let's get one of these fired up.
Do it, man.
Woo! Whole shot machines, I love these things.
Okay, well, we come to the end of another Joe Rockstar masterpiece. Now, there's only 2 races left this season, and I think I'm going to finish out in C. But I will be moving up and returning to the Buckeye Hare Scramble, where I won last year as a B rider. Until then, I'm going to do my best to win in C and make up for the races I missed this season. And meanwhile, I'll try to keep you guys entertained and keep these videos coming. And again, if you like what you see, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell if you want to receive notifications every time I release a new video. And again, thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next time.
I got cramps in my freaking thighs already.
We raced today.
Where are they supposed to get it?
Now,
Where do my viewers buy a bike like this?
Moto Center, dude.
Moto Center, if you're in Arizona. Yeah, shipping
Mesa,
them.
Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona.
The front number plate.
Van or the van.
MSRP is $89.99. Out the door is $87.
That's awesome. You heard it here first, guys. Get them while they're hot.